On December 8th, 2020, Destiny 2 on the Xbox Series X and the PS5 received a life-changing update, giving it true 4K resolution, 60 FPS in PvE, 120Hz Crucible support, which means lower resolution but 120 FPS, a field of view slider, faster load times, cross-generation play, and a next-generation free upgrade. This new update is insane. This Destiny 2 update for next-gen consoles is absolutely bonkers. When I was first seeing this update, I was so excited and I could not believe my eyes. It basically looked like I was playing on PC. No, it did look like I was playing on PC. And loading into the tower only took about 26 seconds. Now, I could play this game on PC at 144 frames, but I really don't have anyone to play with on there. I started my Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 journey on the Xbox. In this video for Destiny 2 Beyond Light, I'm going to be discussing this next-gen update, my reactions, other people's reactions, the new video menu for it, the dev update, and much more. Hey everyone, how's it going? Kevin Scrimmer here of Scrimmer Games, and welcome to Gamers Reality. So I am recording this on the Xbox Series X, and I am using an Elgato 4K 60 capture card, which can only really capture the 60 frames, but that's okay, because in PvE this is 4K 60, but when I play in PvP it's only going to capture the 60 frames and not the 120 frames I am seeing on my LG OLED TV. But as you can see, it is very smooth. It kind of looks like I'm playing on PC. You're not going to be able to see the 4K really, because the video output is going to be 1080p. Plus, I was having some HDR issues with this new update, so I had to turn off HDR pass-through for the capture card, which is fine by me. But let's get into some of the new updates here. So these are the new video settings for the Xbox Series X and PS5. So instead of just screen bounds and brightness, you'll see 120Hz mode, crucible only, field of view, motion blur, chromatic aberration, and film grain. So I clearly noticed the frames per second improvement from 30 to 60. It is like night and day. I also sometimes play on PC, so I know how smooth it looks, and it is so smooth on this TV. And basically when I go into Crucible, the screen goes black a second, it adjusts some settings, and then I'm playing at 120 FPS at a lower resolution. So make sure you have that on if you have the next-gen consoles. Field of view, max to 105. I believe it was like at 90 or something before this, and you can actually put it like all the way down to 55, which looks like you're looking through a window. Change that back to 90. It's a little better. Now watch as we max it out here. And that's a big difference. We can actually see the flag on the left side. So in PvP, you're going to have a much better field of view. Motion blur is on. Of course, turn that off, but the thing is, I think when I go into Crucible, it automatically turns motion blur on. And I did not try turning it off during PvP to see what happens, or restarting the game is what resets it. It's kind of annoying that automatically keeps turning on. Chromatic aberration and film grain, I really haven't tested it and noticed any difference between the two. After recording, I actually do notice some difference with the film grain. I would recommend turning that off along with chromatic aberration. If anyone notices a difference, let me know in the comment section, but I really can't. Check out this nice, smooth Titan slide in the tower. This game looks absolutely gorgeous on the Xbox Series X. Just seeing true 4K and 60 frames on Destiny 2 on console, you know, after players were playing at 30 FPS, 30 frames per second before that. The game was so slow, and I actually could not use hand cannons at 30 FPS. So with this update, with the game being very similar to PC now, with the increased frames, we might see the meta changing a little bit on console. Players might find they can do new strats, they might be jumping around more, using different weapons, etc. In PvP, I noticed I was flying around a lot more, jumping, getting high vantage points, just being able to do so many different things that I could not do originally. And honestly, I'm playing so much better and so much more differently in PvP after this new update. I was dominating in Crucible, dominating in Iron Banner, and I did a private match with my friend Apex. We are at similar skill levels, pretty even, but the difference was he was playing on the Xbox One X and I was playing on the Series X. Now, if you have the One X, you're not going to be seeing the settings that I did, and you're not going to be playing the same version of the game. Owners of the next-gen consoles had to completely reinstall the game and get a different version of the game. Now, do I feel this update is giving me a slight advantage and helping me play better? Absolutely, no question. Now, if there are players in PvP going up against the next-gen consoles and they don't have that higher frame rate for 30 FPS, I would say they are at a disadvantage. It doesn't necessarily have to be a significant disadvantage depending on the player's skill, but those playing at the 120 FPS will definitely have a decent advantage. My friend who was playing on the Xbox One X, he said he noticed some frame drops with this update, but faster loading times. And honestly, in this day and age, there's no gamer who should have to suffer through 30 FPS on any game. I don't care what game it is. I don't care if it's Mario or Pokemon or whatever, really. I think the industry standard should really be 60 FPS for all devices, for all games. Man, I just remember playing on 30 FPS. It is so slow. So hard to do stuff, so hard to move. There's so much motion blur going on. Honestly, it's just a nightmare. But now at 60 and 120 FPS, I'm seeing everything connect so much more smoothly. Everything makes so much more sense. I understand why I win a battle. I understand why I lose a battle. This update honestly just breathed new life into Destiny 2 Beyond Light for console players. Now, if you have a next-gen console, without a doubt, players are loving this update. I played Destiny 2 all day yesterday, December 8th, because of this update. I just felt so high off the 60 and 120 frames. Now, PC players who are watching this, I'm sure are laughing because they've been playing Destiny 2 at a higher resolution, higher frame rate. But the thing is, you can't always take all your friends on console with you on PC. You just can't. You would have to make brand new friends on PC. I have crossplay enabled, and I guess I just didn't know how to do that, so I really didn't play it too much on PC. And I know some of my friends who don't have the next-gen consoles or just weren't able to get them are pretty envious of this update. And even if a lot of PC players are playing this game at higher frames, they're not necessarily playing this at 4K if they don't have the specs and monitor for it. So 4K 60 in PvE, this game is absolutely beautiful. It is such a gorgeous game. Even with HDR turned off right now, it looks so good. I'm not sure if there's like some HDR super sampling or imitation HDR going on here as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into a Crucible private match to show you the 120 frames, or at least the screen flash change. Okay, so there's our video settings. Let's see what happens here. I mean, I might as well record myself playing on PC because that's what you would be seeing. Look at how smooth that is. Oh yeah, I need the hood. So again, what you're seeing is a 60, what I'm seeing on my TV is the actual 120. I also try to record it on my phone, but you're probably not going to see it well there either. God, this is my favorite super now that I actually know how to use it. So much mobility with this. So yeah, I think that's everything I have to say regarding that update. Again, the update is phenomenal. I'm seeing things that I just didn't see before. I'm playing in a whole different way. Everything is so much faster and smoother. I can actually use a hand cannon now. And I'm also excited to do the Deepstone Crypt raid later today in 4K 60. That is going to be a blast, especially after the second encounter. So some other things real quick. I also did the Hawkmoon quest. The missions for it were very good. I enjoyed them very much. Finding the feathers were the most difficult part. The fact that other Hawkmoons can roll with a random trait is a pretty cool idea. This really makes me wonder if we're going to be seeing either future exotics or older exotics coming with a trait like this as well, or if this is just specific to Hawkmoon. I mean, with the right trait, it can really make an OP exotic even more OP. Regarding the dev update in Season 13, they're adding 6 new legendary weapons to the ritual activities, 2 each for Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. Nightfall Strikes are getting 3 unique weapons, with the Palindrome, the Swarm, and Shadow Prince all making their Destiny 2 debuts. And if you take on Grandmaster Nightfalls, you can earn adept versions of these weapons. And with each season in Year 4, Destiny 2 will grow the overall power ecosystem for weapons. Bungie agreed that the initial reward pool with this release was just too small. It's frustrating to be a Destiny player and see another player use a weapon that is no longer obtainable in the game. Transmog will be coming with Season 14. DDoS protection for Destiny 2 players on all consoles will be coming in Season 13. I really can't state how huge that is, DDoS protection. I know my team and I were kicking butt in trials, in survival, and a player DDoSed us. I've been DDoSed a couple times actually, and it really ruins the experience because one, I'm streaming the game and people are watching, so I can catch them when they DDoS. Then it kicks everybody off my stream. I have to start up a new stream on YouTube and Twitch. I have to get back on the game. It ruins the flow of the game for me and my team. Sometimes the internet is down from like 10 to 20 minutes after getting DDoSed. It's really just a crappy thing for another player to do because they're losing. The Vault of Glass raid's returning. I am super excited for that. It was such a good raid. You know, I'm wondering if the raid is going to stay the same in terms of mechanics, if they're going to add different mechanics. So basically, to get world first, 2 teams just have to practice the 2 versions of Vault of Glass on Destiny 1 over and over, or will we expect a few changes? I mean, that's going to be really interesting, a returning raid where players know the mechanics of the raid in advance. But like I said, it can be the full OG raid, or Bungie can make some tweaks to it. Crossplay is coming in 2021. 2 strikes, the Fallen Saber and Devil's Lair, very popular Destiny 1 strikes, are coming to Destiny 2 in Season 13. Legendary and Master Lost Sector rotation will be expanded to include the Lost Sectors on the Moon in Season 13, and there will be 3 new pieces of exotic armor to chase. So those are some really good, promising updates in the future for the game. Like I've said, this new update for next-gen consoles really breathed new life into the game. The game is so much more fun to play. I actually look forward to playing this game even more now. Now I feel like there's so much more room to improve in the game in both PvE and PvP. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really helps out a lot. I appreciate your support. This will be both a video and a podcast episode, and if it's well liked, I will make more of these. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this new next-gen update for consoles below, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. You can catch more videos and other gaming content in the future, and I do stream Destiny 2 Beyond Light. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.